Alright, so some of the less astute of you might be asking, Crab, how do I get stronger? With no charts and no stats, how do I wreck noobs harder? And the answer is words and tags. When you get 10 drawn words in your little hands, you can spend them for a level. A level gives you +1 HP to all your hit zones, and you get to choose a word or tag. Tags will flesh out your character and provide you with an extra life effectively. You can die or get maimed, and you can spend that level up tag to resist it. Words will just give you more abilities. So which one you choose is really up to you, but by the time you get to level 10 or so, you're going to have multiple lives and a wider array of abilities. And this is what really defines a level 10 character from a level 1 character, is that you can be a little more reckless, and you are useful in more situations with more abilities. So going back to our examples, if we look at the mediator here, maybe he trains for a while, maybe he does some stuff that gets him 10 words, and he trades it in for fire to round out his elemental mastery. If we go to the short guilty prodigy, maybe he works real hard and he gets the tag alchemist, right? And in this way, doing more things in the world fleshes out your character naturally over time instead of just increasing a stat that you don't care about. So one thing that you do want to avoid is just getting random words that seem like they'll be helpful. Like, you don't want to just give this alchemist stealthy or stealth or sneak or hide, because it's not what he does. It's not his thing. It's not going to round out your character narratively. It's just going to make you stronger in a really generic sense. Once again, I must stress that if you try to min-max Words of Power, you're going to have a bad time. It is a set of narrative tools for people to roleplay together. It is not a game to be beaten. Beating the game is not hard. You are not clever, witty, or smart. You're just boring. One other thing that will progress you in the world of Words of Power that might not be as obvious is when you kill a major Fate Weaver, like let's say you kill the Bishop of the Church, you get his soul as a permanent tag that you can then spend on resurrections or healing maims. Having a bunch of those makes you very hard to kill, which lets you do some very reckless things. Also, you have mastery over their soul, so in the story, Fate Weavers generally value these things, and you have a bargaining chip that a level 1 character just doesn't. If you have the soul of the bishop, there are characters that will want to do things with that, and you can make some bigger plays politically, economically, quite frankly, that a level 1 character just does not have access to. And the final way that you progress is equipment, effectively. So you're going to find some magic items, and having access to those magic items is pretty much the same as a level. So yeah, it's basically progression in Words of Power. You get 10 drawn words, you sacrifice them to get 1 HP in all your hit zones, a tag, or a word, and it rounds out your character in an interesting way. Also, you find equipment and get better bargaining chips over time. That's it. Go wreck some noobs.